Excellent.
Yeah, oh, that's good, right?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, we're having fun. Yeah.
Out of 10, how are we doing out of 10?
Wow.
12!
-5. Oh, yeah, no, that's good, though.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a good thing for me.
You know, I think there might be some people watching at the edges who could bump up that -5 to at least a clean 0.
People are always mixing up those words. Love, lust, love, lust. Oh, it happens all the time.
If you would like to shout out your lust for Michael throughout the panel, we all welcome it, I think.
That's my girl.
That's going to be a t-shirt next New York Comic Con, mark my words. Okay, so everybody on stage has worked together before for a long, long time. So I have a couple questions about how everybody behaves on set. No pressure. Who is most likely to crack up and ruin a take? Rooker!
That's a dumb question.
There are no dumb questions.
No, I remember Michael falling asleep during a scene.
Oh, yeah.
But that wasn't ruining the take. I think that
I know, because when he starts snoring, it's
Oh, that's right.
it ruins a take.
How many takes did you do? Like 6? 5 or 6 takes? Gunn would say action, and I, like 2 seconds, 3 seconds later, I'd be...
And then when I push him, like,
During a very emotional scene.
A million coffees.
Ooh, wow.
Brought right to the main stage.
It was my death scene. I have to just sort of, I was acting dead. Yeah. That's it.
oh yeah, such a good actor, right?
I know, right?
That's why.
Wake up! Wake up!
All right, who is most likely to forget a line?
Oh. Stop it! Don't be looking at me!
I'm looking at you.
Michael, I didn't even share any scenes with you, so I can't comment
See?
on the fact that everyone said Michael forgets his lines.
I pride myself in not answering questions in Q&As and remembering lines.
They didn't take this with the Michael Rooker and Friends panel. All right, who is most likely to injure themselves on set?
I think
Guy with the cane.
The guy with the key.
Yeah.
Oh wait, oh, maybe I am a bit clumsy. I've got like too much limb going on. I'm not in control of it. And I also keep getting cast as controls of people who are very in control of their limbs. And so I'm like desperately trying to be that, but it can result in some injuries for other people sometimes. And for that, I'm sorry. But I'm committing to the role.
What I'm getting is when this crew gets together to work on a project that your crew is very stressed. The sound people, the health and safety people, your script supervisor and all that.
I really don't think we had any major injuries. We didn't have any.
No, I don't think so. Maybe in rehearsals. I'm thinking of a different
Yeah,
film.
the boring answer to all these questions is that we're pretty professional on set. Pretty much everyone remembers their lines, and the safety is impeccable on set. So generally, none of those things happen on set, to be honest.
Okay, well let's leave the reality of working on set and let's get into some fun stuff. Who is most likely to actually survive in space?
I think it has to be me, right?
Oh,
Yeah, you live in
give us your reason. What's your reasoning?
Well, I'm purple.
Oh, your character.
No. So
Yeah.
my character or my person? Are we talking about the?
Well, yeah, what are we talking about?
We don't line up both.
Okay, my person. Well, yeah, still me. I'd figure it out somehow.
Yeah.
I figure it out. The character, definitely. I mean, he can build anything, right? He's super bright, super intelligent, and I don't know. I just think he would. I think he's smarter than every other character here, basically.
All of our characters live in space, though, so.
Okay, this one is pandering to Michael, as I feel like the last 6 have been. as a person to survive the zombie apocalypse?
Well, I don't know, man. Everybody wants to come to my house when shit goes down. I just open the safe up and pass out the tools.
Wait, what does your tool shed look like then?
Why would you ask that?
This is hard-hitting journalism.
I would die instantly either in space or during a zombie apocalypse. I'd be very quickly.
You know what's funny? It drives
That's not
my wife mad because I'm obsessed with zombies. In fact, I loved you. Yeah, I mean, you know, Walking Dead, you were amazing. Good to see you. Honestly, I don't know how you do that. You have this way of playing a character that on the surface is pretty brutal and whatever, but hot. I mean, it's like, it was beautiful. Anyway, moving on, I don't know.
Just like real life. Right?
Just like real life. I'm obsessed with zombies. I always ask my wife, if I create all these scenarios with the zombie apocalypse, and then once, before we were married, granted, I said to her, would you come back for me if like, we were watching something on Walking Dead and someone was trapped in a shed and stuff and someone took off and whatever, and I actually asked her, would you come back for me? And she just went, is it a zombie apocalypse? I said, yeah. With that many zombies? She said, yes. She said, no. And I was like, oh, okay. And I always say that I'd be the first to go in a zombie apocalypse. I'd be one of those that took the easy route. I wouldn't bother, it's too hard.
Your wife would survive though.
She'd survive without me.
See you later!
I'd go about as far as my wife could physically carry me. Which, if you met my wife, is actually pretty far. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's...
I feel like what we're learning from this is who runs the world? Girls. That's true. Who is most likely to sleep through their alarm? Well, or Michael, what did you just find on the floor?
I found a little ear thing. The little things that go in people's noses and ears.
Oh, really?
A piercing.
It looks like, yeah. A little golden, little round thing.
How much money for you to put it on right now?
How much you got?
How much on
We are at a convention, you know, I'll do almost anything for money. But, hold on a minute.
That's the truest answer you've ever given.
Yeah.
How's it look?
I think
And all you gotta do to get me to my Q&As or whatever is put a little leash on this. Oh.
if you have photo ops for the rest of the show, everyone's gonna hope that you're still wearing it.
They're gonna want to see this.
Yeah.
I have no idea where this thing has been. So.
Everyone knows that, Rooker.
I hope your health insurance.
I just thought of that. It's like, oh, maybe I'll auction it off.
So, who is most likely to sleep through their alarm, and why is the answer Michael Rooker?
No, actually, I'm a lot of times I'm up before the alarm. I set the alarm at no matter what time I set it for, and in my mind, I go to sleep. I go to sleep, and then obviously I can sleep. I just go to sleep, you know, like within 2 minutes I'm asleep, and then I wake up like right before the alarm. Almost every time, no matter what time the alarm is set. 5, 6, 8, 9:30, it doesn't matter. I wake up generally right before the alarm.
How are you able to just fall asleep? I think we should just teach the seminar on that.
I just close my eyes and I go to sleep. And no matter how active I am during the day, when I lay down, I go to sleep. Very easy, very quick.
Very easy, very quick. Okay, I would love to know, in both your on-set life and in real life, who takes the longest to get ready?
I think I have to take the longest to get ready.
How long
in
does it
character.
take?
4 hours in the morning.
Oh, is that? Oh, I thought we were
Oh,
talking
talking
real life.
character.
Is it character real life? Character.
5 hours in real life. No, yeah, like 4 hours for Nebula makeup and costume and everything. Is that the longest? I don't know.
Is it that much? 4 hours?
Yeah, but that's for like.
Because you got to do all that stuff,
Yeah, and all the stuff stuck on my face.
It's insane. Your stamina for that is awesome.
Reality television. I get to watch it for 4 hours straight, and I'm just happy.
What are you watching? Love Island?
I watched all of Vanderpump Rules. I watched
Amazing.
Love Is Blind. Her makeup artist. They were like hating it at the beginning, and then they got so invested by the end.
I just want to talk to you about
That's
Love
like
Island.
torture on top of torture.
Yeah.
I don't know about Sean, but for me it took maybe 2 hours or so for,
It was
for the makeup,
Yeah.
and then for the rest of the garb, all the wardrobe and stuff, another 30 minutes or something like that.
Sean, I imagine you have days where it's quite quick where you're wearing like the mocap suit.
Yeah, I mean, when I play Rocket, I'm actually just wearing a tracksuit. So
No, but it's cute. You have like a little hoodie with like a little raccoon
a
on
little
the
raccoon
side.
that wardrobe put on there for
Do
me.
they do the markers? You got the markers?
No, that was only so we only did like traditional motion capture for the scenes with young Rocket, which we did in a more sort of traditional. But normally, what I'm doing is actually motion reference, which is a little bit different, and I don't have to wear a full mocap suit. It's easy, but you're right, it's easy.
How long do you take, Bob, to do that stuff?
Oh, me? Hi. It's not that long because it's my own skin tone. So you have to put prosthetics on my forehead that looks like a little pancake with like giant nipples coming out of it. So it's like this long and the rest is CGI. And yeah, so I think it's like 2 hours for the makeup. Maybe like 2.5 hours for everything.
We're in
3
the
hours.
same truck as well.
To get ready, complete, to get dressed, everything ready. Yeah.
We like share a truck, and then you come in and you get like all your beautiful things with your like aromatherapy and rose water, and I feel like I'm being operated on. And I just look over and I'm like, oh, I want to be where she is.
That's in 3 though. That's in 3, and 1 and 2 it was more brutal. 3, they got more money for the production, so they get the aromatherapy beforehand. I think you're doing CGI, right, for the eyeballs and stuff. You don't have to deal with all that.
No, I wear the contact lenses for close-ups, and then when it's further away, they just CGI it because it's very uncomfortable. It makes your eyes really dry, so it's kind of nicer, to not have to wear them.
All those contacts are horrible, man.
It's hard to cry with the contact lenses too.
This is just for me. What are some of your favorite aromatherapy scents?
Oh, I love rose. I like to switch it up, because it brings a different mood. Sometimes like peppermint, it's just like a little like, lemon is nice too. It's cool. Orange, I like to switch it up.
We're just saying next New York Comic Con, like Palm's aromatherapy booth could be very popular.
That'd be nice.
Oh, you could have a whole new line.
Do what?
A whole new line of aromatherapy.
And then Michael can show up and try different scents on for people.
That's a good idea.
And what would be the Rooker scent?
I don't like scents. Even when I get in the cars that bring.
Car scent?
No, the cars that they have those the little.
Ah, the little
I
trees.
can't take the aromatherapy stuff, man. I just like. I don't want to smell nothing but air.
I'm so sorry that we're doing this in New York then.
Good old New York air. Yeah. I went into the bathroom. I ran myself a bath this morning, and the water came up brown with little things on it.
Where are you staying?
And I was like, what is this? And there was like a little aromatherapy going on. And I called downstairs and I was like, I gotta change rooms, guys.
I know, I feel like you need to reach out to your hotel and
I did before I got in the van to come here. I was like, Wait a minute.
So everybody here has definitely worked together, but for different lengths of time. Some people have been on together for a long time, some people are new additions. What's it like welcoming a new cast member or being a new cast member joining a pre-established crew?
Yeah, man.
On my end, like most of you, I saw Guardians in the theater, right? You go to the theater, you watch these guys, and they broke my heart, they made me laugh, and it's incredible. And you're watching it, and I've said this a million times, there's no avenue you can take to end up in Marvel. It's not like you can wake up one morning and tell your manager or your agent, I want to be in a Marvel movie. They'll be like, okay, good for you. You know what I mean? It's like, so for me to have met James Gunn, I think my career can be split into two places. Everything before James Gunn and everything after James Gunn, you know? So to have met James, and I remember we were on the set of the other show we were doing, Peacemaker. And James came up to me and said, I don't know what your schedule is, but I'd like you to play the High Evolutionary in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He just said it to me on the day we were filming the dance sequence in the, so you can imagine it was already a pretty great day, And then he comes up to me and says, I want you to do this. So for me, it was good to come into the room already knowing James. Karen and I had worked years before in Doctor Who. But these guys, Tom and Michael, we didn't do any scenes together, but Sean and stuff, it was weird that first day turning up and thinking, I'm really doing this, and they haven't fired me yet, and it's day 2, and they haven't fired me, and it's week 1, But I was really, and they're just the fun you're seeing on stage is really what's on that set, including the crew, the grips, the lighting, doesn't matter. And I think it all rolls down from the top, and I think that's why people like Michael have worked with him for so many years, and stuff, because he's a good leader, and I felt very welcomed by everyone, and the least pretentious group of stars have been around, in the sense that there was no ego beyond the ego that everyone in there knew they wanted to do something great. And that's so helpful, that was great.
I've worked with him for a while. Sean's worked with him for a while. Even back when you were a child, he cast you and stuff, and just abused you, right? I mean, I work with him because I have this innate thing inside me that I like. I kind of enjoy getting abuse. I like, Rooker, Gillan, what's the matter with you? But it feels like a coach. You're on the football field, or you just got almost pinned in a wrestling match, and the coach comes up and shakes you and says, "Get back in there," that kind of thing. And I kind of dig that kind of direction. All my best friends know that it's good to go Rooker.
Yeah, he's gonna act differently with every actor and everything. We all need different things. So I guess he acts like this with you, but not with me. I guess. Next time maybe you have
But
to
that's
ask
a
for the
good
nose
director,
ring.
though.
And,
A good director.
the nose ring and the leash.
Figures
right?
out what the actor is needing and what they need to get motivated and what they, that's important.
Yeah, and I think, as far as welcoming new people onto the set, I think one thing, James is really, really good about vetting human beings as well as actors, as far as evaluating talent, but also hiring people who are really good people and who are going to be cool on set, no big egos and things like that. And so we know, I talked to James about Chukwudi, when he was shooting Peacemaker well before, and he's like, Chukwudi's awesome, it's going to be great, it's going to, and and when somebody gets kind of welcomed into the fold that they belong, and I think hopefully we're really welcoming in that way.
You are. Can I just say, you mentioned about Sean doing motion capture and stuff, and then Sean, completely playing down the fact that he was there. I think your term uses as reference for the actors. It was a lot more than that. As you know, doing the Rocket thing, he really does not just go there so the camera knows the angles and stuff. He gives you so much. So anyone acting opposite Rocket that you see in the movie, and actually I was using Sean was there. Half that performance is receiving what he's giving you, so he's an incredible performer, not just a reference.
Even in the second one, I mean, Sean was.
You're holding
How
the
do you hold it
microphone.
nice?
It's so funny.
Like this, like a big cigar.
You know,
Just smoke it, yeah.
no, I learned how to do this over in Kazakhstan. but honestly, yeah. I mean, we did all those scenes in the prison. Yeah, it was, yeah, good stuff.
I remember the scene when I was like, can I pet your puppy? And then I was like doing this with the hand, and then you're like scaring me each time by almost like biting my hand, but of course I wouldn't bite my hand, but it was like really like, and the reaction was like really genuine, you know?
That's
He
fun.
becomes the puppy. We went to the same school.
We did?
We went to the same acting school back in Chicago, and different years. But you weren't there when I was there. I was already gone.
Yeah.
But the same regiment, the same commitment, and the same training. And so I could see you becoming the little puppy.
That's your next big project.
Yeah.
Sean Gunn as Puppy. Everyone on stage plays a non-human character. So tell me, how do you prepare when you're taking on a role that's not a normal, everyday human person?
Well, my guy wants to be. He loves charity. He likes the way that. You know, it's one. I don't think Yadu ever kind of didn't even want to be thought of as a different being from space. You know. He wants to be married.
I mean, I guess none of us are humans. I mean,
In real life,
is there
I'm not
some
a
nerd
human
out there
either.
that can help me out on this? Are they
brainy people and all that stuff is it has to be grounded, right? We have to I think especially in this, trilogy of movies is that everyone just had such a recognizable human trait, do you know what I mean, that we all adhere to. And it's when those moments of humanity come out and stuff that it really just grounds these characters. So I personally don't prepare for. Actually, I talk like I've done it long. In the one time I've had to do this, I didn't prepare in a galactic way. It's the same thing as if I was doing David Mamet. You know what I mean? You just connect in that way and let the visuals and let the imagination and let the fact you're saying proton, atomic, whatever, instead of sandwiches make you magical. Does that make sense?
I'm imagining you marking up your script like, here's the plot.
alien, like, well, maybe she does something slightly differently to the way that humans do it. So I got to have some fun with those choices, but generally, I wouldn't approach it like, okay, alien time. Alien time. But it was fun because, like, I don't know, these aren't alien choices, but I got to like have fun with the choices, and James Gunn was like, you know, do a voice like Marilyn Monroe and Clint Eastwood, and that's where the Nebula voice came from. Wow. Yeah. Those are two humans. but it was like, yeah, I mean, supposedly. But yeah, so that was cool to just get to like have a little leeway and be like, right, okay, I'm not going to be restricted to being human here. Let's make some interesting, slightly off-kilter choices.
So because a lot of people who are here today in the room and who will be watching this in future are performers or aspiring creatives, I would love if we could start with Palm and go down the line, and could everybody share their best piece of advice for creators?
Keep being curious, I think. Like, educate yourself by watching movies from all around the world and not just the US. Work hard, train hard, try and be healthy, read, I don't know, there's like so many things. And you can create also by yourself with your phone, I don't know, write your own things and play with friends, and I don't know, there's like so many ways to be creative and to keep creating in your own way, you know, there's like not like one particular way to follow, you know, so I don't know. So, yeah.
Sean?
I would say that it's not about you, you know, that like it's, that your work needs to be about connecting to other people and about understanding how people behave and telling stories about that, and that your ego most of the time only gets in the way of being able to tell those stories.
Michael?
You know, this is a very common question, and I know there's a lot of ways of answering it, but I try to keep it as simple as possible, you know, and advice, I try not to give advice to people, so I try to keep that as simple as possible as well. Just remember everything you put on your phone and put on the internet does no longer belongs to you.
Roxy on Broadway. Repetitive. The French word for rehearsal is répétition, repeat, 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 and just work at it. There's no point setting up these things if there isn't a step-to-step thing you do for yourself. And honestly, and Sean mentioned it, I remember for the first time a few years ago, I was doing Othello here in Chicago in the park, and I got a chance to sit behind the desk trying to cast the Desdemona and Emilia, and I can tell you that this is specifically more for the actors out there. Every actor that came in to audition for those roles was brilliant, but they couldn't all get the role. So it's really important what Sean said, is that there is only so much you can do. Your responsibility is to come in there and have someone behind that desk say, that person was brilliant. Your responsibility isn't for them to say, you got the job, right? So give yourselves a break and remember.
You say repeat and get good at it, and that takes time and repetition, and you know, it's an industry that does have quite a lot of rejection, not to get negative, but it does, and that's part of it. So you have to kind of like be not put off by that and be willing to kind of accept that, learn from it, and move on and carry on. So it's all in the persistence, as well as working on your craft. It's like, just be so persistent, and that will really help you out.
And never, ever take no for an answer. Ever.
All right, friends, I'm sad to let you know that we're winding down, but if the people in the back would be very generous and put the lights up, I think we're all going to take a selfie together. And then I expect you all to tag yourselves accordingly.